Hey YouTube. I wanted to come on here real quick, on this cold Sunday, cold but peaceful Sunday, talking about comparison being the thief of joy. We as people, we like to compare ourselves to the next person, or like to compare our accomplishments to the next person's accomplishments. And sorry, it's so much going on upstairs, bro. Oh my God. But sometimes we have to just take a step back and remember that we are living our own separate lives, and that, like I say all the time, everyone's journey is different. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's like chapter 25 or chapter 30, because just like you're figuring things out, that person had to figure out a lot of things for themselves, and they had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations to get to where they at. You know what I'm saying? So comparing yourself to, to people, like, it saps you of all of your happiness, and it saps you of all that you've already accomplished in your own life. Comparing yourself literally makes it to where you diminish your own accomplishments, and you don't never want to do that for yourself, because then it's like it stems to you thinking that you're not good enough, or it stems to you thinking that you're not as good as the next person, or you're not as capable as the next person, when you're just as capable as the next person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're capable of great things if you put your mind to it. The best thing that we can do for ourselves as individuals is to focus on what we can control. If you ain't watched my last video, go ahead and watch my last video about just trusting God's plan. Trusting God's plan and focusing on what you can control in the present moment. The past is the past. The future has yet to come. Focus in the present. What can you control right now? What can you change? What can you do better in? What can you do less of? What can you be doing to where you are going to be that person that you know you can be in the next 4, 5, 6 years, or even sooner, maybe like 4, 5, 6 months? What can you be doing to be that better person for yourself? Always remember that you are one of a kind, and you are literally, you're God's favorite. You're one of God's favorites. You know what I'm saying? God, he's going to always look out for you. He's going to always make sure that you're good. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Whatever battle you're going through in your life, whatever you're dealing with, don't try to project that on the next person, or don't try to compare yourself to someone else's situation and try and feel bad about yourself, or try to make them feel bad about their position, because, like I said, comparison is the thief of joy. Don't ever feel bad about yourself. Do not ever try and expect pity from people because you're in a certain situation. Get yourself out of that situation, and with God on your side, you will be able to. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like I say all the time, everyone's journey is different. I'm going to actually put that in like my YouTube description. Everyone's journey is different, bro, because I'm going to keep saying that, bro. But like I said, like, don't ever compare yourself. Your journey is far different from the next person's. Like I said, you're your own person. You're your own being. You're your own entity. You're your own vessel. Like, don't ever compare yourself to nobody, bro. Not only for your own sanity and for your own mental, but also to literally just focus on what you got going on. Only focus on what you yourself, like, you focus on what you have going on. Don't worry about the next person. Don't worry about how they did what they did, or what they did to achieve what they achieved. Go out and go get it on your own. Go do it yourself. Go achieve what that person achieved yourself. You feel me? Like, it's that simple, you know? And you can do it too. It's not like it's impossible. Go do it. Just do it. What the Nike dude say? Just do it. Just do that shit. Just don't ever compare yourself. Don't try to make it seem like you're deserving of someone else's blessing, because you don't know what that person did or what that person went through to achieve what they achieved. So remain humble at all times. Comparison is the thief of joy. Focus on your own journey. Focus on what you can control, and everything else will fall in place. God got you. God has a plan for you. Everything will fall in place the more you focus on yourself, the more you focus on inner work. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever, ever, ever compare yourself to anyone. Anyone. You're you. They're them. Be you. Let them be them. Focus on your journey. They focused on their you know what's crazy? The people that, like, we tend to compare ourselves to, they focused on their journey. They focused on what they could control and got to where they were because they were focused on what they had going on. They were focused on their own journey. So why not do the same and get to that same level or get to that position that they're at, you know, but in your own way. You feel me? Some of our favorite influencers, some of the most notorious people on this world or in this world, they got to where they were at by focusing on themselves, focusing on learning that skill, focusing on achieving that goal that they set out for themselves, focusing on what they could control every day so that they could get to the point that they're at. You know, there isn't like it's not rocket science to how people made it in their life. You know, granted, yeah, people need help. Granted, you know, help is always good, but 9 times out of 10, people start off with no help at all. People start off with zero connections, zero, like, they start off with zero. They have to literally get it out the mud and do it by themselves for a minute and grind it out by themselves for a minute until they get to a point where people actually want to help them and people actually want to see them grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, invest in yourself. No one is going to invest in you unless you invest in yourself first. You know, invest in your well-being, invest in your self-care, invest in your spirituality, invest in you, invest in you first. And then everything will start to follow. Everything will start to flow in. You know what I'm saying? Everything will start to align in your best interest just by you focusing on yourself and focusing on what you could control for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, everyone's journey is different. Do what you can for yourself. For yourself. Okay? That's all. That's all. This video ain't gonna be long at all because, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Don't compare yourself. Don't ever compare yourself because you're different from everyone else. Everyone has their own uniqueness. Be your authentic self. You know what I'm saying? Be you. You don't have to follow a crowd. You don't have to see what some influencer who then did whatever the hell to get to where they at. You don't have to see that and get jealous or be envious or be like, oh man, how he make it? This should be me. Like, no. You go out and do it for yourself. You feel me? If anything, use that as motivation or is as inspiration to go out and do what you need to do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all it is, you know? Like, me personally, I see someone thriving in life. I see someone doing good. I see someone in a spot to where I may expect myself to be in however many months and years. I'm gonna look at that as inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Give people their flowers, you know? Don't compare yourself. Give people their flowers and then strive to be the best you, because you can do it too. You can do whatever you set your mind to. It just all depends on your drive, depends on your relationship with the Lord, it depends on how consistent you are with doing the things that you know you need to do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, I'll be getting up out of here. I'm finna do what I need to do for myself so that I can continue to be better every day. You feel me? And you should too. But anyways, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.